James, I've been worried.
You should have seen me against the clock. It was my personal best.
If you keep going down to the track and ending up here, what is the point of my job to measure your mortality rate?
Yeah, whatever. Mortality? Mortality rate? Force of mortality? What is all that again?
Remember that lesson. The force of mortality refers to the instantaneous probability of death at a particular age, measured on an annualized basis. First of all, we let x denote the life-aged x, where x is equal to or larger than 0. The death of x can occur at any age greater than x, and we model the future lifetime of x by a continuous random variable which we denote by tx. This means that x plus tx represents the age at death random variable for x. Following this, we denote the force of mortality at age x by mu x and define it as. Recall that. Hence, an equivalent way of defining mu x is, which can be written in terms of the survival function s, x, where the survival function represents the probability that x survives for at least t years. Note that the force of mortality depends on the unit of time. If we are measuring time in years, then mu x is measured per year. The force of mortality is best understood by noting that for a very small dx, the formula gives the approximation mu times dx. Thus, for a very small dx, we can interpret the approximation as the probability that a life who has attained age x dies before attaining age x plus dx. We can relate the force of mortality to the survival function from birth, S0, as. This redefines the force of mortality to give. Thus, mu x equals. Mu x can also be expressed in terms of the life table functions as -1 over Lx, multiplied by the derivative of Lx, where Lx is the proportion of the initial number of lives that have survived to age x. Surely you remember this?
Of course.
Let's just get you examined and get out of here. Stop behaving like you're mortal.